You know, I was thinking to myself earlier today, like, I want to do a video, but I'm kind of regretting that fact because it's the end of May and it's really hot in here. But yeah, I woke up this morning and I was like, yeah, I should do a video. I haven't seen Alien Covenant yet, so I can't do a review of Alien Covenant, but I do want to do something to tie me over till then. And then this news dropped this morning, and at first I was kind of like, yeah, okay, interesting. But the more I thought about it, the more I was like, actually, I do kind of want to talk about that a little more. So Sony has been trying to get an Uncharted movie off the ground for a long time, and for good reason, because those games are really good. And this movie's gone to like everybody in Hollywood. I mean, Mark Wahlberg was supposed to be Drake at one point. They approached Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg to write the script for it. Sean Levy has been attached to direct it for a little while now, and I like that idea because he did a lot of the Stranger Things episodes, and he also did the Night at the Museum movies, which I think are fun, enjoyable movies. Oh, and Real Steel. Real Steel was pretty cool. And then today they announced who's starring as Nathan Drake, and they announced Tom Holland, and I'm sure everybody, including myself, was like, okay, he's really young for that, but sure. And then they said this movie's gonna act more of a prequel to the series like we got in Uncharted 3. Yeah, remember the opening of Uncharted 3 where it was young Drake, basically like the River Phoenix scene in The Last Crusade? Yeah, it's like that, but for the whole movie. And I gotta say, I'm kind of torn on this news overall. Well, I'll start off with this. The idea of Tom Holland playing a young Nathan Drake, I think that's really cool. I like Tom Holland. Apparently this decision came after the head of Sony watched the latest cut of Spider-Man Homecoming. And if that's the case, I mean, that gets me excited for Spider-Man Homecoming. Doesn't necessarily mean the movie's gonna be good, but he'll probably be good in it because, you know, they greenlit a Harley Quinn spin-off like right before Suicide Squad came out. And look how that movie turned out. But Tom Holland as young Nathan Drake, okay, yeah, sure, sounds good. But now the idea of making a whole prequel movie to Uncharted, that's the part I'm a little more mixed on. Now, I don't have too much of a reason to dislike this news, because I do like the flashback scenes that they did do in Uncharted 3 and 4, and also going along with the Indiana Jones comparisons, because let's face it, Uncharted is just the Indiana Jones video games. I really like the opening of Last Crusade with River Phoenix on the train, and if it's something like that, I think that would be great. However, an entire movie like that, I do want to see it, but I'm not positive I want to see it at the expense of an actual grown-up Drake movie. But there's also an argument that could be made, like the games themselves are so cinematic, and I've been thinking for a while, you know, the movie is kind of an obsolete idea because the games are so cinematic and because they do feel like playable movies. So maybe they're going this route because they're like, look, we can't do anything better than the game, so why don't we expand the universe, why don't we do this prequel movie with Sony's new leading man leading the charge? But I'm also like, for better or for worse, I do want to see what a live-action grown-up Nathan Drake Uncharted movie would be like. And yeah, I know they want to make a franchise out of this, so maybe we'll get that once Tom Holland gets a little older and hopefully the movie does well, but I just don't know if I want to start here. I would like the idea of Tom Holland playing a young Nathan Drake in flashback scenes similar to what we got in Uncharted 3 and 4, where the movie is about grown-up Drake, but you do have these flashbacks to a young Drake and how Drake met Sully, and I would be fine if they delved even further into that. Go full Godfather 2, make it like half the movie is about present-day Nathan Drake, half the movie is about past Nathan Drake. So I like the idea of Tom Holland playing Nathan Drake, but the idea of an Uncharted movie that's a full prequel, I'm pretty mixed on. I still don't know what to think about it. If we see a trailer that completely knocks my socks off, then heck yeah, let's see this movie. But for now, cautious. But I do want to know what you guys think of this news, so if you've played the Uncharted games, you like Tom Holland, you have any sort of opinion on whether Tom Holland should be Nathan Drake or whether this Uncharted movie should be a prequel, let me know down in the comments. And thank you so much for watching this video. If you guys liked it, you can click subscribe and check out some of my other videos, and I'll catch you guys next time.